When you think about hair flowers, people go right to thinking about floral crowns. But what about hair combs? They're actually, I think, the better option. They're versatile, beautiful, and you can really wear them anytime. You don't have to wait for a special occasion. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through step-by-step on how to make a floral comb. My name is Ellen Frost. I'm building a community of flower friends online at my online community, FlowerMore. You can check it out in the notes. And all of my YouTube viewers get 30% off if you'd like to join us. Also, subscribe to my free weekly newsletter, Flower Nerd. So let's get started on designing today. Inside my FlowerMore community, our monthly challenge this month is wearables. So all of our community members are challenged with making some flower design that can be worn. That can be anything from boutonnieres to pocket squares, rings, earrings, anything they want. If you feel inspired by this video today and you want to join us in FlowerMore and show us one of your wearables, I hope you'll join us. So for my submission today, I'm going to be making a floral comb. And these are one of the designs that I love the most for wearables. And they're really easy to make. You just need the proper materials. I'm going to start with just a basic hair comb. And this is a little piece of sort of light gauge plastic sheeting. You could use any kind of old plastic that you have. You could also use a strong piece of cardboard if you wanted to use that. I find that this, because we have a lot of it, works great. So I'm going to cut it to the size of the comb, basically making an extender piece onto the comb. I think that you could hot glue this onto the comb. That would be one way to do it. I have always just wired it on, so that's how I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it today. Basically, I take a hole punch and just create two little holes in the corner here that I am going to wire onto my comb. So I am going to wire my extender piece onto my comb with a light gauge floral wire. A lot of this work is sort of detail work, so you do need to look carefully at the job you're doing. All right, so I'm going to take my light gauge wire and I'm going to loop it through my hole and then through one of the comb. And then I'm going to twist tie it nice and tight. You really want to twist tie it really tight. Now, once it's wired on, I'm just going to trim off this edge so it doesn't get caught in the client's hair. Now I'm going to go ahead and wire the other side of my extender piece. I'm going to do the same thing, take a small piece of light gauge wire, loop it through my hole and then around one of the spaces between the comb. And again, I'm going to twist tie it tight. All right, so now I have made just an extender piece. You could, like I said, use anything for this extender, but basically this is what I'm going to attach my flowers to for the comb. Now that your comb is prepared, you want to make sure that you have everything else you need before you get started. So I have the flowers that I'm going to use. I'm actually going to use dried flowers today so that this comb is actually going to be an everlasting comb, so something you can keep, but the process is exactly the same for fresh flowers. I also have my glue. You want to have your glue close by, and the glue that I use is this Oasis cold glue. You could use hot glue if you wanted to. I like this glue the best for this project. I'll be sure to put a link in the profile so that you can get this Oasis cold glue if you'd like to give it a try. Couple of things to know about Oasis cold glue if you've never used it. One, it comes out really fast, so be careful. It just quickly comes out of the tube. So as soon as you squeeze the tube, it will come out. It's always good to have a little holder for it here so that when you're gluing, you can pop it back upright so it doesn't ooze all over everything. So I've got my flowers, I've got my glue, I've got my comb prepared, I'm ready to go. The first thing I want to do now that I'm ready to go is sort of lay out the design. What do I want it to look like? And like most of my designs, I start with foliage. So I'm going to be using some eucalyptus, and this eucalyptus that I have here is Eucalyptus polyanthemos. And you can see that this is very different than a lot of the eucalyptus on the market. This has really big green leaves. And what I'm going to do is basically use this as the base of my design. All right, so I'm laying out my design. I've got my foliage down at the bottom, and I want to do this before I start gluing, because once you start gluing, it's really, that's what your design is going to be. So I like to at least have a general idea. And to lay it out, I'm going to take it off of here just so it's a little bit easier to lay out. So I'm going to be using some straw flower, and straw flower is great for this project because it's going to act as a face flower. When you're choosing flowers for your comb, you want to try to get flowers that have a flat back that can easily be glued flat onto a surface. So I'm going to use a few of these straw flowers as my base. Next, I'm going to think about some filler that's going to go in between these face flowers. And some of the filler I'm going to use today is this dried yarrow. This is moonshine yarrow. This is a great yarrow to dry because it does keep its color. So what I'm going to be doing is breaking off some of these small pieces, and I'm not going to glue them yet, but I'm going to be just inserting them between the flowers to sort of fill in the gaps. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of this lavender. This is dried lavender. I love to use something that is a little bit more of a line flower so that everything doesn't feel too round. Lavender is a great dried flower to use for this project. You can start to get a sense of what the comb is going to look like. I have sort of a general idea now of how it's going to be laid out. I feel pretty confident that I can go ahead and start gluing and then add in my little bits and pieces at the end. The first thing I'm going to glue are my eucalyptus leaves. And another trick about the Oasis cold glue is that when you're using it, you want to put a little bit on the surface where you are going to be gluing to, and then let it sit for a minute. It really likes to be a little tacky when you glue onto it. So just, 10 seconds or so to let it sit out in the air and get a little tacky. Then I'm going to go ahead and place my first leaf right on there. And I'm going to hold it down for 30 seconds. It might seem like a long time to hold your leaf down or any of these materials, but you really want the glue to adhere, and the way to do that is to hold it down. I'm going ahead and gluing my second piece on, and I'm keeping it really above the comb so that it doesn't interfere with whoever's wearing it, interfering with their hair. Now that I have my foliage down, I'm going to go ahead and start with some of this lavender. I want these lavender pieces to sort of stick out a little bit, so I'm going to lay them down and I'm going to glue their stems so that their flowers are sticking off of the eucalyptus a bit. If you don't want to use your hands to hold things down, you can use a skewer or just a stick or a stem that you have, and you can use that to hold things in place. You can see I'm reapplying glue every time I add an element. I'm going to put on another bunch of lavender. I'm just holding it down so that they stay in place. Right now you might be thinking this looks like a mess. It does. These are the behind the scenes mechanics of making the comb, but once you're finished, you're not going to see any of these any of this glue or any of these stems. Now that I have my lavender on there, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my straw flower. I'm going to put the glue right on the back of my straw flower. And whenever you're using dried materials, they can be kind of delicate, so just be careful as you're placing them. I'm just checking out how it's looking, clearing off my space a little bit, and seeing what else I want to add and where I want to fill in. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of that yarrow that I talked about, and I'm going to leave the yarrow stem on, put some glue right on the stem so that I can slide it into the design. This is Cresspedia or Billy Balls. They are really cute. They're perfect for dried designs. They're great for fresh designs too, but they're especially good for dried designs because they hold their shape and color so well. So what I want to do is think about where I want to place this. I didn't put this in my practice because it is a little bit of a filler. I just want to see where it fits best. Kind of move it around and see the best spot for it. And again, I'm leaving the stem on this one so that I can slide it in between the flowers, and that stem is going to glue in. Now this one I want to be flat, so I'm going to take the stem off and I'm going to glue this right onto its flat back. I have some really tiny, very cute amobium. So this is a flower that dries really well. It's also called winged everlasting. If you're thinking about growing flowers for dried flowers, they're great as fresh flowers too, but they are so cute and perfect for dried designs. So this one I'm going to take the stem off and I'm going to glue it flat so that you see that sort of yellow daisy center. I'm going to use a few of these throughout to fill in some of the spaces between the straw flowers. All right, I think it's looking good. I want to add a few more elements just as I finish up. That is going to just finish the edges. I'm going to use some German Status, which is a great dried flower, and it gives a little bit of a different texture and sort of mimics the look of the line of the lavender. So I'm going to add a little bit of this on the edges. I'm almost finished. I'm going to put a few more pieces of this German Status just to give it a little bit more of a natural feel. When you're using a lot of face flowers or round flowers, you want to make sure that the whole design doesn't feel too flat or round. You want to have some different textures All right, I think it is complete. If you feel inspired by today's video to try something wearable, whether it be a comb like this, or a head crown, or a boutonniere, or anything else, we'd love you to join our FlowerMore community and join our design challenge. If you enjoyed this video and think it was helpful, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. Also, check out my free flower newsletter, Flower Nerd. The link is in the profile.